Order, we will now proceed with the testimony of Mr. Justin Bieber. Counsel, you may begin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Bieber, can you please state your full name and occupation for the record?
My name is Justin Drew Bieber. I'm a singer, songwriter, and performer.
Thank you, Mr. Bieber. You're here today to provide testimony regarding your interactions with the defendant, Mr. Sean Combs, also known as P. Diddy. Can you confirm that you've had a professional and personal relationship with him?
Yeah, that's right. I've known him since I was a kid, like 15 or so. We worked together, hung out. He was a big name in the industry, someone I looked up to back then.
Can you describe the nature of your relationship with Mr. Combs when you were younger?
It started out professional. I was this young kid from Canada just breaking into the music scene. Diddy he was like a legend. He had this aura, power, success. He reached out through my team, said he wanted to mentor me, help me navigate the industry. I was excited. Who wouldn't be?
And how did that mentorship begin?
It was 2009, I think. I was working on my first album. He invited me to his studio in LA, said he wanted to collab, give me advice. We recorded some stuff, nothing major, just vibes. But he was always around after that, parties, events, his mansion. He'd call me little bro, make me feel like I was part of his world.
Can you describe what you mean by his world? What was the environment like when you spent time with Mr. Combs?
It was intense. His world was big, private jets, huge houses, entourages, but it wasn't just music and business. There were parties, late nights, people coming and going, a lot of stuff I didn't understand at 15. I mean, I was a kid, I didn't know what was normal in that scene.
Let's focus on those parties. Can you share specific experiences that stand out to you?
Yeah. One night, I think it was 2010, I was at his house in Miami. Big party, tons of people, celebs, models, industry folks. I was one of the youngest there. Diddy pulled me aside, said he wanted to show me something special. Took me to this private room upstairs. There were things happening there, people doing drugs, not just weed, hard stuff. Cocaine, pills, there were women too, way older than me, and they were—
Objection, Your Honor, this is speculative and lacks foundation. Mr. Bieber is making assumptions about the intentions of individuals he doesn't know.
Your Honor, Mr. Bieber is recounting his first-hand observations as a minor in the defendant's environment. This is relevant to establishing the nature of Mr. Combs' influence over him.
Overruled. Mr. Bieber, please continue, but stick to what you saw and experienced directly.
Okay, I saw what I saw. It wasn't just that night, it happened a lot. Diddy would push me to stay longer, drink, smoke. He'd say, "This is how we do it in the industry, JB. You gotta grow up." I was 15, man. I didn't know how to say no to someone like him.
Did Mr. Combs ever encourage you to engage in specific activities that made you uncomfortable?
Yeah, there was this one time, 2011, at his place in New York. He threw this after party for some award show. I was 16. He kept handing me drinks, saying it was just juice or whatever. But I got dizzy out of it. He took me to a room, said I could crash there. Next thing I know, there's this woman there, older, maybe in her 20s. She started trying to get close to me, touching me. I was out of it, didn't know what was happening. Diddy was standing there laughing like it was a game. He said, "Relax, JB. This is what the big legs are like."
Mr. Bieber, are you alleging that Mr. Combs facilitated an inappropriate encounter with this woman?
I'm saying he set it up. He knew I was a kid, knew I was messed up from whatever was in that drink. He didn't stop it. He encouraged it. I got out of there, but it messed me up for a long time. I felt dirty, like I wasn't in control.
Objection, Your Honor, this is a serious accusation with no corroborating evidence. Mr. Bieber's memory of events from over a decade ago is unreliable, and he's admitted to being under the influence.
Your Honor, Mr. Bieber is providing his account of a traumatic experience as a minor under the defendant's influence. His testimony is critical to understanding the pattern of behavior.
But Mr. Agnifilo, you'll have your chance to cross-examine. Mr. Bieber, please continue.
It wasn't just that night. There were other times. He'd push me to do things, party harder, stay out later, be around people I shouldn't have been around. He'd say it was to toughen me up for the industry, but it wasn't mentoring, it was control. He'd make comments about my career, how he could make or break me. I was scared to push back.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by control? Did Mr. Combs ever make explicit threats?
Not like "I'm gonna hurt you" threats, but it was clear he had power. He'd say things like, "You don't want to mess this up, JB. I know everybody in this game." He'd remind me how young I was, how I needed him to keep my name hot. One time he got mad when I turned down a party invite, said I was being ungrateful. After that, he froze me out for weeks, no calls, no studio time. I felt like I had to play along to stay in his good graces.
Let's talk about another incident. Are you aware of any illegal activities Mr. Combs was involved in during the time you knew him?
Yeah. I saw things. At his parties, there was always drugs, cocaine, ecstasy, stuff I didn't even know the names of back then. I saw him hand out pills to people like it was candy. And there were always these deals happening. People coming in with briefcases, leaving quick. I didn't know what was in them, but it didn't feel right. One time, I overheard him talking about moving product with some guys in his office. I was too young to get it, but looking back, it wasn't just music he was moving.
Mr. Bieber, these are serious allegations. Can you provide more detail about this moving product conversation?
It was at his LA house 2012 maybe. I was in the studio waiting for him. He didn't know I was there yet. I heard him on the phone talking about product coming in from Miami, how it needed to be clean before it hit the streets. He was talking numbers, big numbers. I didn't stick around to hear more. I got out of there fast.
Objection, Your Honor, this is hearsay and speculation. Mr. Bieber is not qualified to testify about the nature of any alleged business dealings.
Your Honor, Mr. Bieber is testifying to what he personally overheard, which is admissible as it pertains to the defendant's conduct in his presence.
Sustained in part. Mr. Bieber, you may testify to what you heard, but refrain from speculating about the nature of the conversation. Stick to the facts.
All I know is what I heard. He was talking about product and money. It didn't sound like music business to me.
Thank you, Mr. Bieber. One final question for now. How did your experiences with Mr. Combs impact you, both personally and professionally?
It messed me up. I was a kid trying to figure out who I was, and he pulled me into this world I wasn't ready for. The parties, the drugs, the women, it made me feel like I had to be someone I wasn't to survive in the industry. I struggled with anxiety, depression, even addiction for years after. I'm still dealing with it. I trusted him and he used that. He wasn't a mentor, he was a predator.
Thank you, Mr. Bieber. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Mr. Agnifilo, your cross-examination.
Mr. Bieber, you've painted a very dramatic picture here. Let's clarify some things. You were 15 when you met Mr. Combs, correct?
Yeah.
And at that age, you were already a global superstar, weren't you? Touring the world, selling out arenas, making millions.
I was doing well, yeah, but I was still a kid.
A kid who chose to attend these parties, correct? No one forced you to go to Mr. Combs' homes or events.
I didn't choose like you're making it sound. He invited me. He was my mentor. I thought I had to be there to keep my career going.
So you're saying you felt pressured, but you never said no? Never told your team or your parents you were uncomfortable?
I was 15. I didn't know how to say no to someone like Diddy. My mom wasn't there at 3 a.m. at his mansion. My team, they trusted him too. Everyone did.
Let's talk about this alleged incident in 2011. You claim you were given a drink that made you dizzy. Do you have any proof, medical records, toxicology reports that you were drugged?
No. It was 14 years ago. I didn't go to a hospital. I was scared, embarrassed. I just wanted to forget it.
So we're relying solely on your memory, which you admit was impaired by alcohol or whatever else you consumed voluntarily.
I didn't voluntarily take anything that messed me up. I trusted him. He gave me the drink. I was a kid.
And the woman you mentioned, do you have a name, a description, any way to corroborate this story?
No. I didn't ask for her ID. I was 16, freaked out and trying to get away. But I know what happened. I know what I saw.
Mr. Bieber, you've admitted to struggling with addiction and mental health issues. Isn't it possible your memory of these events is clouded by your own challenges at the time?
My memory's clear enough. I know what he did. I know how it made me feel. I've spent years trying to undo the damage from those nights.
One last point, Mr. Bieber. You continued to work with Mr. Combs after these alleged incidents, didn't you? You attended his events, collaborated on music. Why would you do that if he was, as you say, a predator?
Because I didn't know how to get out. He was everywhere in the industry. My team, my label, they all said he was the key to staying relevant. I was young, scared of losing everything. I thought I had to play along. It's not like I had a manual for how to handle someone like him.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Bieber, you're excused for now, but you may be recalled. The court will take a 15-minute recess.
Mr. Bieber,
No,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Agnifilo
The defense
suggested your
reserves the right
continued
to recall the
association
witness.
with Mr. Combs undermines your claims. Can you clarify why you maintained contact despite your discomfort?
Like I said, I was young. Diddy had connections everywhere, labels, producers, radio. He made it clear he could open doors or close them. I felt trapped. I didn't want to lose my career before it really started, and honestly, I didn't fully understand how wrong it was until I got older, got some distance.
Thank you. Can you describe one more specific incident that illustrates the dynamic you've described?
Yeah. In 2013, I was 19, trying to distance myself a bit, but Diddy invited me to this yacht party in Miami. I went because my team thought it'd be good for networking. It was wild, drugs everywhere, people passed out, fights breaking out. Diddy pulled me aside, said he had a business proposition. He wanted me to promote some new venture, but it sounded shady, something about offshore accounts moving money. I said I wasn't interested. He got real cold, said, "You'll regret this, JB, you don't say no to me." I left the next day and didn't talk to him for years after that.
And how did that experience affect your view of Mr. Combs?
It showed me who he really was. It wasn't about music or mentorship. It was about power. He used people, me, others, to get what he wanted. I've spent years trying to rebuild myself after that. I'm here because I don't want anyone else to go through what I did.